Look at me, the demons call when they do what they do. And now I feel like taking off, find a place with a view. The pain is never gonna stop if it's controlling you.
Hey guys, welcome to the Oracle of Lilith. My name is Amy, and today I'm doing a pick a card all about what makes you so beautiful. If this is your first time to my channel, hi, hello, how are you? It's so good to have you. I hope you will consider subscribing to my channel and becoming a member of my tribe. If you're a returning subscriber, hey guys, what is up? How are you? It's always good to connect with your energy, and I truly appreciate you guys being here. Now, keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. I do offer personal and private readings. However, right now they are closed. If you'd like to get on a waiting list, you could email me. All that information is on my website, and you can find the link to that down in my description box below, along with links to all my social media. Now, before you see 3 cards. I'm going to be pulling as I go today. So, so the only thing we have here are these 3 cards. I'm going to show you these 3 cards. They are from my new deck, Dark Light Oracle. And I haven't published it yet, but there's a Stoned Oracle Come Smoke With Me coming out where I go through this deck a little bit and talk about it. So anyway, let's go through the cards, and we'll start with group 1. Okay, group 1, you are full moon, number 30. Dark lighted magic is in the air. Group 2, you are spring, number 11. Everything that blossoms. Group 3, you are fire, which is number 5, to light my path. Okay guys, so those are going to be your psychic linking objects. Those are your groups. I will include a little video with some music for those of you who need a little bit more time to see which group you're drawn to. If you're drawn to more than one group, there is probably more than one message here for you. And with that said, I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures on the other side. Bye guys.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad.
I just wanna stay bad, stay mad. Chip on my shoulder cause they treat me like an outcast. I ain't gonna take that, stay back. I'll be swinging hard till the hits come in all caps. I ain't gonna lay back, pray that someone's gonna help me. Ain't nobody like that. I ain't gonna wait, that's all fact. Give me one shot and I'll never get the throne back. I'm sick of being cautious, I'ma go cause something, can't stop this. I'ma steal everybody's lane, call it shoplift. Sick of hearing everyone complain when they thoughtless. Taste the pain, it's like candy canes. It makes me go change into a better frame, into a better name. Society's insane, we all live for fame, yeah.
Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. Only God wants you, better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gon' live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, do it no cap. baby, I'm bad. I just wanna get caught up in this life, I'm crazy, I'm mad. Do it no cap, only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, I'm living up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life, I'm crazy, I'm mad. Do it no cap, only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad. I got cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, I'm living up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life, I'm crazy, I'm mad. Do it no cap, only got one, so you better go live it up. Cash in the bag, stadium packed. Baby, I'm bad, baby, I'm bad.
Hey, Group 1, all of you that selected Full Moon 30, Dark Lighted Magic in the Air. This is going to be your reading all about what makes you so beautiful. Now, keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session. So just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. All right. Now, I'm going to pull as I go. So let's get into it. Now, this is a card from my new deck, the Dark Light Oracle deck. And I'm actually going to read a little bit from the book. That's what I've been instructed to do, so that's what I'm going to do. We have number 30, Dark Lighted Magic in the Air. We are gathered here to celebrate the beauty of the night. The glory, here, I'll show you your card. The glory of the moon, the power of feminine intuition. You are invited to join the rite. If your life seems to lack a little magic, it's time for you to reconnect with the untamed side. Deep down inside, you have the soul of a witch, or maybe the soul of a vampire whose real thirst is for beauty and magic. You have to put aside reason and logic for a while and let your intuition guide you. But most of all, celebrate what you truly believe in and incorporate more of it into your current life. All right, so I feel like there's something quite magical about you, whether you're a witch or you identify as a witch or you just have that magical aura about you. You might be more like I'm getting like candy canes and unicorns and bubblegum kind of magic. You may you be into astrology and things like that. You don't have to be of a darker aspect. Darker isn't bad. It's just another form of light, a different shade, if you will, of light. I do feel with this card, I feel something very magnetic about your aura. Something very special about your aura that draws people to you. It's the magic in you, okay? You may be an Aquarius, okay? I'm feeling a lot of Uranus energy. Yeah, so let's get into it and pull some more cards for you guys. I actually want to pull a few more from the Dark Light Oracle. I'm just feeling called to do that for you guys. So that's where we're going to go first. Let me go ahead and shuffle this deck. Tell me more about what makes Group 1 so beautiful. I'm hearing captivating. You captivate people with your spirit, with your smile, with your eyes. When you smile, it's like you light up the room. You light up people. People automatically feel this warm, intense glow. Okay, you could have a powerful sun sign. You could be a Leo. You could be a fire sign. Leo, Sagittarius, but also I'm feeling like Cancer energy here, Moon energy, Mother energy, Empress energy here. So it's a powerful aspect that I'm feeling. Okay, tell me more about what makes Group 1 so beautiful. We have transformation, becoming me. Yeah, you are unapologetically you. This is something either you're growing into or you've always been. Okay, either way it goes. People find you more and more beautiful the more authentic you become. I want you to really own that, okay? I want you to let those words heal you, okay? And really line your path forward as you move more authentically. I know the world right now probably in your environment, it seems like people are uprising against people being authentic. That is normally the way it goes, you guys. The more people who step into their power and are no longer being carbon copies of everyone else and really are in their authentic frequency, the more the powers that be, the people who have invested time and energy into making sure that we all stay the same so that the big machine turns. Of course, there's energy there that is threatened by that. But do not let that energy dismay you or make you feel like you need to shrink yourself. No, do not shrink yourself, okay? The top is off. You've popped the cork. The cork will not go back in. Have you ever tried to put a cork back in a bottle? Once a champagne bottle is popped, you can't get that cork back in, no matter what you do, honey, okay? So you need to go with it. Just go with it. Go with the truth of you, honey. Don't hide yourself anymore. We have the mirror, escaping my own image. Yeah, I feel like for many of you, you have really been escaping from the expectations of other people. And so the truth of you is shining. And many of you, for the first time, either now or you're moving towards this, when you look in the mirror, you're going to see yourself. You're going to see the beauty. Not only are you going to see it outwardly, but you're going to feel it first internally. Maybe you already do. And this radiates with people. Like, people vibe with you heavily. Okay, intensely. Okay, your people vibe with you. These are the kind of people who find you so beautiful that they instantly feel loyalty to you because they understand, group one, how difficult this was for you to do. I feel like you break through obstacles. I feel like you've had to overcome a lot. The full moon is intensity. It is where we get lunacy, the whole idea of lunacy from, the effects of the moon and the full moon. Everybody kind of goes, lunatic, crazy. So I'm not saying that. I'm not calling anyone crazy. I know that is offensive, and I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that as a society, that's kind of like a old tale about lunacy and the full moon and things like that. So it's a powerful moon. It deeply affects us. It's a releasing moon. It's a magical moon. And it really helps with like deep levels of shadow work and removing those deep layers. I feel like it's almost like rebirth here. Like you have done a rebirth of yourself and there's a newness and a freshness. You may not be feeling that right now because I feel like you feel worn. You feel battle worn. You feel tired. Okay. And it's hard. It's hard to keep going. I'm hearing exhausted. Okay. But let me tell you something, honey. When you are in your energy, people don't feel that. They don't see that from you. Okay. They see like this warrior. They feel this energy of vitality. They feel this energy of someone on a come up, someone who knows their strengths and knows who they are. They see a fighter. Okay, group one, very much a fighter, you may be fighting for causes. There may be causes that you feel very strongly about. It may be that you're fighting for yourself to overcome these obstacles. Whatever it is, people see you as like, I'm hearing like cosmic warrior. So with the word cosmic, it tells me to reach for the dreams of Gaia tarot. This is unlike other tarot decks. It's very unique. Of course, I am an empathic, intuitive reader. So we're going to see what comes out for you. This is a very powerful deck. It has a lot of light energy in it. So tell me what makes my group one so beautiful. We know they're a fighter. We know they are. We know that they go into the shadow. They are unafraid to uncover the depths of the truth of them. They are alluring in a very mysterious way. May have Scorpio or heavy Pluto energy. This Aquarius and Pluto energy may be affecting you deeply. And I feel like for some of you, it is going to attract people to see more of your beauty, more of your uniqueness. Your realness, your uniqueness matters. And it's going to mean something to other people. It's going to open people up to original beauty, to authentic beauty, not to this society impression of beauty. And it doesn't matter what gender. Beauty is genderless, okay? And it's not all about what's external, okay? True beauty radiates from the inside out. It is a soul deep kind of beauty. This is depth. This is character. This is someone who has fought to be who they are. And I love this energy I'm feeling for group 1. It feels like, and I am not fucking sorry for who I am. And I'm no longer going to apologize. Now, I feel like some of you are there and some of you are working on getting there, okay? But it just makes you so beautiful that you're walking down that road of getting to the place where you're unapologetic. Some people never, ever get there. They don't even want to walk down that road because they want to be like everyone else. You know, as if the cookie cutter life is fulfilling for everyone. For some people, it is. And if it is, do that. Be happy in that. But there are people like group 1 who hunger for realness, for depth, for authenticity, for authentic expressions of soul. Okay, I'm not reading reversals. All right. Okay, this is the 9 of air, which is like the 9 of swords. You can see the sword right there. Yeah. But these cards are different, okay? Because what I'm feeling here intuitively, I'm feeling like a creator energy with you. Like you have a magical way about you. Your third eye is very activated here, like a vivid, active connection with source, consciousness, a vivid, active connection with imagination and creativity. I don't feel like you show it enough. Maybe you're getting comfortable enough with yourself to show that part, but you can see in their hands here, you can see that there is a lotus, right? And I'm feeling like this energy is creating this lotus, creating this peace. It's like people around you, you bring an energy of peace and harmony to people. People trust you. They feel like they can tell you things. They can invest in you. You help people feel more calm and secure. Now, you may not feel that yourself, but it's something that you give off to other people. You help people feel better about where they are in life. You help people feel better about fighting their own battles, their own struggles. You make people feel more comfortable in their own skin, and it's a gift that you give. You also have this gift of vision, okay? Some of you have untapped creativity that you were born with that you need to use to manifest your peaceful, creative, harmonious life, okay? For some reason, I keep getting peace. I feel like you are seeking a peaceful, harmonious life. Maybe you haven't had a lot of peace in your life and you're hungry for that. And so that's something that, as someone who clearly you're a manifester. That's what I'm getting here. Like you're a manifester. Whether you do it by magic or you were just born like this, with feeling that Aquarian Uranus energy, you may have an aspect in your natal chart that's very powerful. I just feel like you've always been able to kind of do this. You may have some Gemini in your Saturn. Yeah, your Saturn. It kind of makes you have this kind of magician type energy. But you've always been able to kind of manifest things or energies. And I feel like you do this for other people. And now you are doing it for yourself. And I want to encourage you to follow your guidance. I feel like you're very aligned. Your third eye. Okay. Your third eye and your heart chakra here. There's a lot of clarity here, very connected. All right. So what I'm getting here is for you, it's really important that you follow your creative inspirations. Okay? It's really aligned to this depth of feminine energy. Femininity is very creative and often untapped. And many times the darker aspects of the creative divine feminine are untapped. And I want to encourage you to, explore that. I feel like you have some gifts there. You have some abilities. I feel like you make people feel safe too. You make people feel safe and nurtured. There's Cancer energy coming through now with that moon. We have the mother. There we go. Yeah, you're very nurturing. If you are a mother or a parent or a father or a caregiver, I think people find you comforting. They find you, you're the kind of person who probably cooks for people. If someone's sick, you want to take care of them. You probably send care packages to people. You're probably a gift giver. You're probably a hugger. If you're not, it's probably someplace you're going, and it might make you uncomfortable that I say that. If you're not that way, there may be some of this deep healing that you're doing. This may be an aspect of yourself that other people see, but you don't see, or the aspect that makes you uncomfortable because you don't feel safe expressing this yet, okay? Motherhood is creation. It is extremely powerful. I'm also getting you're deeply intuitive. And your hunches, if you're like the friend who has hunches, people have learned to trust your hunches because they know it's more than a hunch. It's like intuition. It's like psychic ability. Some of you guys have good hunches. It goes from good hunches to like, I'm psychic. Like, I know what's up. You probably are the person who, when you meet somebody, you can feel their energy and know if they're, what the deal is, what's up with them. If there's somebody you want to invest in or somebody you don't. And if you don't, you pull away. You don't mess with that anymore. You probably have attracted in your life people who've used you because they pick up on this mother energy. Might be Libra energy here where, you were a caretaker, you wanted to take care of everybody, you did a little bit too much for people and they used you. Could be a Cancer in the same kind of situation, gave a little bit too much. And so now with this full moon energy, with this powerful energy, you've learned or are learning how to kind of hold back and put up good boundaries. And the people who are in your life now are seeing that and they see how powerful that is because you're able to pick and choose where you put your energy. You're able to pick and choose who comes in your life and who does not. You can read people so well. Your discernment is popping. It's a process. Some of you guys are already there. Some of you guys are working on it, but it's definitely something that your guides were like, hey, we have to stop letting people, or not letting people, but we have to stop putting you in a position where people take advantage of you. So we gotta get that discernment popping. We gotta get those boundaries up. We gotta figure out what it feels like when someone approaches us and they are off. What does that feel like? What does that sound like? What do they say? How do they come across? It's really about identifying this kind of energy. I feel like what I'm seeing here is like many of you with this powerful third eye, I think you feel like a stream of energy around you. And when people approach you, you have different streams of energy. And when someone approaches you who means you like harm or does not have good intentions, it's like the stream is like, instead of a solid stream, it's like a dotted stream. Or there's jaggedness in it, if you know what I'm saying. I think some of you know exactly what I'm saying. It just doesn't resonate. It's not as sharp or as clear as other people's. And for a while, you were just like, oh, well, I'm not tuning in as well with this person. Well, when you're not able to tune in as well with somebody, that's a sign of something there. And that's where your discernment now is going. Like, what is that? Well, it normally is something like we're probably not aligned. There's something else there. So that's part of what many of you guys have learned or are learning. Okay, one more card here for my group one. What makes you so beautiful? Very powerful energy, group one. I'm going to get two more. Oh, wow. Beautiful balancing energy, a masculine and a feminine energy. I'm feeling sun energy here. I feel like I'm looking at the sun. Okay, just a real bright light, the full moon and the bright sun. Okay, so there's a balancing of your energy. It's like someone who has really you've been through so much, there's loss here, there's disappointment, there's betrayal. And instead of allowing the loss, the abyss, the trauma to take you, you have fought like a warrior to regain balance, to keep your balance. I feel like for some of you, it is something that harmony, that balance is a goal. It's something that you strive to keep because you know you are most powerful and most aligned and most beautiful when you are in balance. And there are times it is a struggle, right? And I feel like when people see you, there's this bright countenance, like you just have a bright aura about you, especially your crown. I'm seeing, in the Statue of Liberty, there is like these bright, they're not bright, but in my mind, they're very bright. They're like these spikes that come off the crown of the Statue of Liberty. That's what I'm seeing, only the spiky crown is actually rays of light. Okay, that's what I'm seeing. And I feel like when people see that, they don't, some see it, some clairvoyants see it, but people feel it. And even if you're not feeling super bright, it's just this possibility of that brightness, of the sun coming out. People know that you're capable of it. I do think that you have this air about you that people can come and talk to you and invest. You will invest in them. And I think often you're disappointed because people aren't as giving as you are. And I think it's really good for you to understand that you are gifted. Okay, with this mother energy here, you have a healing energy about you. People are drawn to you because you have this healing energy. And part of what you have to really come to terms with is you can't share the depth of that healing energy with everybody right now. Okay, let's just say right now, because many of you are still getting this. You're still doing this. You're still balancing. You're still learning about yourself. You're still walking through the dark night of the soul. Okay, you're still in that energy, becoming you. Okay, looking in the mirror, that kind of thing. And even though many of you have gone through an outward glow up, you look like you've done the deal. You look like you're done. Okay, you look like you've ascended. My tongue's a little heavy. You've already ascended, and maybe you have. Ascension is an ongoing process. So people are attracted to this healing energy, the healer that they feel, even the oracle that they feel. Okay, because I'm feeling Apollo's energy here too. So you may, in a past life, been an oracle of Delphi or Delios, but I feel like because people are drawn to this magnetic energy. You have to know that just because you can give it doesn't mean you should give it all. Some of that energy is for you, okay? And sometimes we have to pull back for a while before we can push forward. We have to heal ourselves, work on ourselves, reflect on where we are, where we've been, and take care of ourselves so we can go forward. Because no matter where you are, Group 1, in your journey, you're not done yet. You're not done yet. There are more choices coming for you. And I see 3 doors here coming for Group 1, my beautiful Group 1. And we're going to look into that. This is kind of a side message for you guys. So Group 1, tell me about the choices, the choice, the decision. I'm feeling snakes are a sign for you and apples are a sign for you. A wise choice. Make a wise choice. You're going to make a wise choice, okay? And it's important that you understand that it's neither good nor bad, okay? However you make this choice, it is what it is, okay? It is the path, the door that you've chosen. There is no right or wrong choice here. Okay, so let's talk about it. I'm going to pull 3 cards, these 3, and we're not taking any reversals. All right. Okay, all right. Okay, so we have the Queen of Swords. We have the hangman. Okay, and we have the 9 of Cups. Okay, so for you guys, this choice that's coming forward for you is going to put you in a really great place, okay? For many of you, this is where you're trying to go, okay? This is a place where, the 9 of Cups is about accomplishment. It's about Like this dude is saying, look what I did. Look at all my cups. I've been working on this shit. Yeah. It's like business person energy. Like I've accomplished this. Like I'm an independent business person. So if you have your own business, there's something, Queen of Swords here. There's something that you've been thinking about doing, or you need to do a different direction perhaps, or a different way of doing things in your business or your job or something, your education. This has to do with career. I'm feeling pretty certain this has to do with career because we have the Nine of Cups here. Okay. And I feel like this decision, no matter which way you go, is going to lead you down this path. How quick you get to the Nine of Cups, that's up in the air. Okay. But I think some of you guys, because you're learning about discernment, that's part of what is going to be, because discernment, learning about your own discernment and how to make confident choices, is going to radiate in your confidence. And so your level of outward beauty is going to it's going to multiply, because your confidence is going to increase because of these decisions that you'll be making in the area of career. Okay, you're going to find that the decisions that you make, the ways that you go, are going to be fruitful. I'm hearing they're going to be fruitful. They're going to be fruitful and they're going to multiply down the road. Okay, but you're going to get validations. You know, they may not be overwhelming validations at first, but the validations will build with time. Okay, as you continue to use your powerful intuition to make moves. Now, do not allow fear to keep you from doing the things that you really want to do, okay? Because that's the power and the beauty of group one. You know, you are your authentic self. Being in your authentic voice, your authentic self, means that you make empowered choices that feed and honor your authentic truth. Okay, that means you don't put on masks anymore. I'm not saying you don't do things to feed yourself and take care of your bills. But I'm saying that when you can make these kind of choices, when you're able to make these kind of choices, you make the choices that feed your soul, that feed your authenticity. This will help grow your confidence because you will find they turn out better than what you think. And some of these will be major victories for you along the way. Okay, so if you're already doing this, continue to do this because your payoff for this is coming and it's going to come in big. Okay, you're going to be really proud of yourself. You're going to feel comfortable. You're going to feel satisfied. You're going to feel validated. Okay, you're going to feel confirmed, and it's going to help you go to the next level. And I feel like for a lot of you, your power of attraction is increasing by the building of this confidence. Okay, and I feel like for you, group one, making these choices and these decisions and building this confidence is really going to attract the right people, places, and things to you. And I know that a lot of you are finding more people attracted to you, and that's good. You know, all the work you've done, that is a side effect. Your attraction is growing. People are finding you more and more beautiful. The beauty of your soul radiates. The beauty of the truth of you. You can't hide it anymore. Like I said in the beginning, the cork is out of the bottle. So go with it. Go with it and see the wonder of your life unfold. All right? Okay, group one, that's what I got for you. I hope this resonated. If it did, please leave me a comment down below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures next time. Bye, guys. Hey, group two, all of you that selected spring, number 11, everything that blossoms. It's a beautiful card. I'm going to read a little bit out of the book because that's what I have been directed to do. We have, I am the spring fairy. I slept all winter, but now I am wide awake and eager to have everything blossoming around me. I want green leaves, strong trees, and colorful flowers. I want sparkling juice to nourish my projects. What about you? What is your new project? What are you about to start? Gather your will and enthusiasm and begin the adventure. I want you to be dynamic, active, and young at heart and confident. I want spring to flower in your mind, helping your ideas to grow by putting all energy into the service of your dream. Spread your wings and fly high into the blue sky. I will watch over you and make sure that your project develops like a powerful tree. This is such a beautiful card. I just want you to take a moment. You may be into like the fae or fairies, but I just feel this overwhelming positive energy from this card. So let's go ahead and pull some more cards and see what else comes out for you. This card is actually from one of my new oracle decks, the Dark Light Oracle. So I'm going to pull a few more cards for you guys. So tell me more about what makes Group 2 so beautiful. Keep in mind it's a general reading, so just take what resonates here. That's too many cards. That's too many cards. 11 is a master number, by the way. So, yeah, I feel like some of you guys may be teachers or people look to you for guidance. I think you're inspirational. Also, I'm feeling creative. You may be an artist, or you may like have a business or something. I'm feeling like you have the art of a creator, or like you might have like a beautiful home, or you would like to have a beautiful home. There's something about your environment being beautiful, comfortable. I think you have a charming manner. I think people find you delightful at times. I think you're good at conversation. I think you can be very, I keep getting charming, enchanting even. When I think of fairies, the more traditional fairies, because there's all kinds of fairies. More traditional fairies, I think of how they enchant and charm people. And I feel that. I feel like, you know, that is definitely part of what people find so beautiful about you. For some of you guys, there's something about your voice or the way you speak that people find very enchanting or charming. Okay, we have summer. Interesting. The highest height, 12. So 11, 12. Okay, so I feel like you guys really know how to put things together. Okay, you may be a planner. People may count on you, like Virgo energy here, Taurus, Capricorn. People may count on you to kind of like put things together. Like, you know how to plan stuff. You know how to organize. You know details. People can count on you to always make sure the details are all together. That might be something you do for work or something people count on you to do. I think you're really good at multitasking. And I think I do feel like sometimes you take on too much. You put too much on your shoulders, and people look at you and they're like, look how good they're looking. And they're handling all the stress. They must be fine because you look so good doing it. And some of you guys need to know that doesn't work for you. Okay, when you look good and you're stressed out, people don't realize that, hey, you need a vacation. Okay, you're stressed. So I also feel like a lot of you guys are really connected to your higher self, like higher frequencies. And I feel like there's an element, this is interesting, because I feel like there's a type A energy here. Like you're a hard worker, you're determined, you're organized, you're a planner. You have all this really good energy, but you're also creative and connected to your higher self. And at times there seems to be like a war almost between this empathic energy and this logical energy, you know, and you might be trying to find a balance, or maybe Aquarian and Earth energy here, or a Gemini energy, some kind of energy that's like, there's always seems to be like this battle to be logical with things, but also to be such an intense feeler of things, right? It's like a gardener, okay? You see the beauty of a flower, you know, you can feel it, like when it blossoms, you're just like, oh, it's so beautiful. It's just amazing. You can have that spiritual experience. But as a gardener, you also know, hey, it took like 6 hours a day of sunlight, and I had to fertilize it like this many times, and I have to water it at this time. Like, you know, all the recipe it took, you know, to make this happen, right? I'm getting guidance to pull from the Kitchen Witch's Oracle. So I feel like you guys may be like really aligned with like plants or herbalism, just really into nature itself, which makes sense with this card. I'm getting just a lot of green energy. You guys might like the herb too, if you know what I'm saying, the green one. So let's go ahead and get some more energy for you guys. Tell me more about why group 2 is so beautiful. There's something very striking about your hair though, okay? And I feel like your skin, it kind of glows. There is this green energy, like earthy, fruitful energy with you. Okay, I feel like now this isn't going to resonate for all of you, okay? But if it does, it does, and you just take it, take it as it is. But I feel like there are people who are like, I could have kids with this person. Like they would be a great parent, or they look at you like with this parental energy. Like you may find yourself at times with your friends feeling more like a parent or a protective person with them, okay? Because there's mother energy here. I felt mother energy with group 1, but it's different. It feels very different with this group. It's a lot more like earth mama, okay? Earth papa, earth parent, okay? It's not a gender thing, all right? And it's beautiful. It's someone who understands the cycles of creation, and that the cycles of creation have both destruction and creation. A lot of times we have to destroy before we can create, right? A garden has to be cleared. We have sweetness. You guys. Yeah, there's a very sweet element to your disposition, okay? People find you sweet and charming. I think you're very sweet to people. I also get I'm getting maybe you like candy, or you bring people candy, or there's something about food here. Maybe you like to feed people. Feeling heavy Taurus energy, earth energy here, Capricorn, Virgo, but you might be also an air sign too. We have summer, so it could be a fire sign. So I'm feeling a lot of different things, but man, if you have earth in your chart, it's in a very important place in your natal chart. Okay, tell me more. Very sweet. I'm seeing like a sweet smile, a kind smile. And at times a mischievous smile. The thing about the Fae is they can be very mischievous, honey. I mean, they can be so mischievous. They can be bratty. They can be snarky. But they don't mean nothing by it. They're just having a little fun. In every garden, you need a little mischievous elf or nymph or a fairy. So, they're just doing what they were born to do. We have banishment, black pepper. Here's the kicker, though, with your sweetness, is you don't take no shit from nobody. Honey, not one person. Not one person. Okay? No one. You don't care who they are. And people love this strength with you, because I feel like when they look at you, they don't see this energy here. Like, they think you're very sweet, you're very kind, earth mama, but they forget, like I said, earth mama energy, earth parent, whatever. You have that creative energy, that, hippie flower power kind of energy. It's not exactly that, but that's what, but you also have this banishment energy, like, don't fuck with me and mine, because I will come for you. I will straight up come for you. Like, you just don't put up with anything. And people love that about you. They find it so beautiful, the way that you will stand up for you, yourself, and yours without any hesitation. You will go toe to toe with somebody over the people you care about. And there's a lot of people that won't do that. They just want peace at any cost. And you're like, no, I don't want peace at any cost. I want to protect at any cost. You are the protective earth mama, earth parent, earth daddy, earth whatever you want to call it, parent energy. Okay, there we go, protection. Yeah, you're very protective of you and yours, and you're not sorry. It's like, it goes with banishment. Like, you have a very strong will, and you just don't put up with anybody's noise. And it's beautiful the way your friends and family know that you have their back. It's beautiful. A lot of people don't have that behind them. They don't have people who will protect them. It's actually more rare than what you think. I think you need to just take a moment and understand, like, how powerful you are. Your power is beautiful. And it seems to be something that stems from your connection to nature, and nature in a different way than group one. I mean, this is very grounded. This is very, I don't have any earth in my chart, hardly at all, like not in any meaningful type of way. Okay, so for me, earth is one of the elements that, like, when I feel it so strongly because it's such a different kind of energy to me. And I've been surrounded by it a lot of my life, but I feel like this very strong earth parent energy is just so powerful. And I think a lot of earth signs don't realize, and even if you're not an earth sign, you may have some kind of aspect that gives you this radiance in your chart. And it's just like, it's a powerhouse. And it's not talked about often enough. Like, you don't want to really piss off an earth sign, okay? Because they will shake the foundations of your world, okay? For what they love and who they love. Okay. And you're very powerful. You're much more powerful. And the impressions you leave on others is much more powerful and profound than what you probably think. And so, reflect on that. If you're not an earth sign, you have those aspects of you. Okay. You probably just aren't even aware of it. Okay. And it all hides behind this little sweet, charming energy, very enchanting energy, very kind energy, very warm energy. Okay, and then we have prediction, seaweed. I think you are a good judge of character. I think you can see and feel things coming. I think you're so connected with, like, your higher self, your guides, whatever this is. Group one, I felt like higher self. For you, this feels like more of a connection to, like, earth, nature, that kind of thing. You're so in tuned with that frequency that you can feel when something is approaching, like the winds of change, or you can feel when something's off. But again, like 1 and 2 seem similar but different in really powerful ways. I feel like your beauty is rooted in your deep connection to what is around you, in your connections with the people in your lives, your intense connection with your friends and your family, and the bonds that you have. I feel like you bond with people. People love the relationships with you. They love the attention that you give them. And I feel like it's almost like they get charged almost when you give them this kindness and sweetness. They get a little like jolt of, like, good juju, good energy, good chi, whatever you want to call it, from interacting with you in a caring and compassionate way. Okay, I feel like you're emotionally intelligent. Let's pull from the Empath Oracle here. Tell me more about my group 2. What makes them so beautiful? I feel emotional intelligence here. I feel it. It's almost like a natural thing. It's not something you had to learn by experience. It's something like you were born with. You have a good feel for people. We have invoking guides, gods, and guardians. Yeah, so you're very connected to the other realms, okay? But it feels like your connection is less etheric, and it's more like through nature, like through animals, through your connections to people, places, and things. It feels more material. Also, it feels more like in practices. It could be also through ancestors, through your family line. It could be through practices that are outside the society's narrow scope of what that would be. I'm getting like indigenous energy here for group 2. There's a wildness here. There's like an untamed wildness to your energy that people find intoxicating and seductive. It is all hiding behind the sweetness card. Okay, this really kind, sweet, playful energy. This may not be energy you show a lot lately, but it is something that people people really love about you, like they think is so beautiful. There's something just so captivating and enchanting about your energy and about your presence. Yeah, let's keep going here. What makes you so beautiful? This one. Okay, we have conquering social anxiety. Okay, I think that for many of you, there's a couple things here. One thing is, I think you make people feel really, really comfortable. Okay, really like you help ground other people. Some of you have problems grounding yourself, and you guys definitely need to ground to nature. Okay, go plant something, grow something, put your hands in the dirt, touch a tree, hug your cat, get into nature. Okay, it will really help you balance out if you find that this is you, if you have anxiety. I feel like even though some of you may have anxiety, I don't think you let it really keep you from doing anything. And I think that you tend to comfort people who have anxiety. You calm people's fears a lot. And you calm people's fears because it's like you have this ability to organize and plan and just get people's shit together, like get the shit together, right? To see through all the garbage and know like, well, we need to do this, you need to do that. Like people know they can come to you for that kind of thing. Very much like a mother energy. Group 1 had mother energy too, but it feels so different. And I'm trying to kind of like put a label on that. And it's really difficult because it is such a different energy. I'm going to pull one more of these. You're very emotionally intelligent. We have offering my gifts. Yeah, I think you are very giving to your friends and family. I think you're very giving to strangers. I think you're just a giving person. And I think you have really good intentions for people. And so when people show up who have bad intentions for you or for your family or friends, this untamed part of you just turns into the chaos queen, okay? The chaos king. Like you're just like, I'm going to reap a whirlwind on you to protect mine. And I don't care. I don't care, how far I have to go, but I'm going to protect mine. It's a powerful thing you got going on, like for sure. So let's go ahead and pull a few more cards for you guys. Tell me more about group 2. Why are they so beautiful? What is so beautiful about them? I think you're very attractive. I think you're pretty. I think you're cute. I think you're handsome. I think you're the kind of physical attraction that makes people comfortable. I think people feel comfortable with you. They feel grounded with you. Even if you don't feel grounded, they feel grounded with you. It's just this energy you carry. And I feel like for you guys who don't feel grounded, it has to do with you have this, your ability to organize and all this stuff takes a lot of mental energy. And that mental energy, you may have a really powerful Mercury where you overthink a lot. And that's why you're so good at organizing and planning and all that stuff, because you have a very powerful mind. And so you have to take time to ground, to meditate, ground to nature, to calm this anxiety. Give it some place to go. Use it to grow corn or grow, potatoes. Or hug a tree, or, invest in nature. Okay, crystals would be really good for you. I'm seeing a black obsidian would be really good for you. I'm seeing green aventurine. I'm seeing jade as well. Okay, we have miracle, angel of alchemy. Yeah, I just feel like you're really good with people around you. Like you just read them so well. And they like talking to you. I think you're a joker at times. People can count on you to kind of lift their spirits, but also listen. Like, I feel like you're a really good listener. We have your sensuality is beautiful. Yeah, and there's something very, like I mentioned before, something very sensual about your nature. Okay? It's like hidden. It's not something you show everyone. Like you may show everyone the sweetness, the springy, blossoming flower sweetness, the laughter, the cuteness, the playfulness. But not everybody gets this miraculous sewer mermaid, okay? This one that has been in the depths. understands the power of nature and is connected to that, connected to your more primal self, the more primal, seductive, wanton, desirous parts of ourselves. I feel like you're very connected to that. You probably are very balanced in that. If you're not, it's something that you're moving towards, and it might be part of this energy that you're working with. Working through that energy and feeling safer about expressing those sensual aspects of yourself. But other people see it. I think you probably try to hide it a little bit because you don't want to come out like with it all the time. But people pick up on this sensual nature. It has to do, some of you guys, it's the way you dress. And you guys might be like, I don't dress any certain way. It isn't, it's all of it together. Like the way you dress, the way you move. Some of you guys are something about like your jewelry, the way you accessorize yourself. It's just the way you wear your hair. For some of you guys, it's the way you walk. It's your confidence. For others, it's the way you're grounded. Some of you guys are really grounded, and it makes you come across so honest and sincere. People really connect with you on a deep level. And when people connect with you on a deep level through your external beauty, they get to the depth of you. They get to feel that earth parent, earth mama, earth daddy energy, that healing energy. And then they get into that primal energy, the fun energy, the wild energy, the untamed energy. And they love that. They want more of it. But they also feel how that energy can turn into this protective banishment energy where you're just like, you don't mess with me and mine, because I will go toe to toe with you. I am not afraid. And I'm unbothered, right? And it's very powerful. It's very profound. You are truly beautiful, group 2. All right. That's what I got for you. I hope this resonated. If it did, please leave me a comment below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up, and I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures next time. Bye, guys. Hey, group 3, all of you that selected fire, number 5, to light my path. Really beautiful card. All right, so I'm going to read a little bit from the book. I've been doing that for every pile. I just feel guided to do that today. So let's read a little bit about the fire card. Okay. We have air in my lungs, water all around my body, earth below my feet. What about fire? Burning in torches. Fire can be the light that guides my way out into the world, because secretly I have the same fire burning inside of me that no one but me can see. It gently colors my soul and helps me realize what I want to offer to the universe. What is your inner fire? What does it burn for? What are the torches you use to show you the way? Where do they lead you to? Question your fire, the one that burns inside of you, that can guide you out of the cave into the outside world. Really passionate, intense card. I almost feel like she's standing in front of a gateway that's lit by these torches. All right, so a lot of sensual energy. I think you're very sensual. I think you're very sexy. I think you're very attractive. I think when people, not everybody, but some people, when they connect with you, they have like sexual thoughts about you. Okay, now keep in mind, this is a general reading. It's a general session, so just take what resonates here and leave the rest behind. Let's go ahead and pull some more energy here for you guys. You know what, I'm going to pull more from the dark light oracle first. Give me a couple more cards on this fire energy to light my path. Yeah, I feel like you're hot. People think you're hot. Okay, your vessel is hot. All right. And I do feel like at times people get caught up in that. They get caught up in your vessel, like what it looks like. And at times that can be very frustrating for you, because you feel like a lot of people miss the depth. They miss the depths of your inner fire. We have winter, frozen hearts. Yeah. And I feel like a lot of people don't, it's almost like you've hid your heart away, Okay. So you have like, I'm getting like femme fatale energy here, and that doesn't mean gender. Okay. But just like, uh, the one who always gets away, like the one who, so beautiful, so attractive, like really intense sexual chemistry, but they can never go deep with you. It's almost like they don't have the right combination to open up your heart. It's like you hide your heart away from people, okay? Leaving new horizons to be sought. Yeah, I feel like you don't like stick around either. Like, if you don't make a soulful connection, so much Scorpio energy here. Scorpio, Pisces, maybe Cancer, but also feeling some Aquarian energy here, Taurus energy, maybe some Capricorn, Libra as well. But I'm feeling like Libra to a degree. It would be a Libra that is at a different stage of healing. But anyway, I feel like it's almost like okay, this is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like, this is kind of creepy, but I'm going to tell you what I'm seeing. Okay. I'm seeing like a human sized doll. Beautiful on the outside, like beautiful, immaculate, like Dita Fontes kind of vibe with this doll. Okay. Just beautiful, extraordinary. Okay. And inside this doll is a china heart, a heart made of like China doll material. You know what a China doll is? Like a porcelain doll. We called it a China doll when I was little. Okay, so that's what we called it. But it's like it's not really porcelain though. It was like, you know, the stuff that's cheaper than porcelain. It wasn't glass, but the other stuff. I don't know the name of it, but we called it a China doll. Okay, but anyway, it's made out of breakable material, and I feel like it looks like it's been cracked many times and it's held together. If you've ever seen like a doll, like not glass doll, like a porcelain doll or a China doll that's been kind of cracked over time, but it hasn't broken, that's what it looks like. Like it's been cracked so much that this large human-sized doll has almost had to put on like, it looks almost like latex, like a layer of protection around them, because they know that any moment, if they let someone in and they get into their emotions, that they could just shatter that heart. And they're not sure if they could put it back together. There is a powerful vulnerability with you underneath this exterior, underneath this sexual attraction, that is so powerful that when people connect to it, it really does make people feel like they know you so well and they want to know you more. Like they want you in their life. They want to know you. You make people, when people are able to get into that vulnerable part of you, like they want to be family. They want to be friends. They want you in their life. And for some of you, for a lot of you, this feels very overwhelming to you. Like it unnerves you a little bit because that vulnerable part of yourself is still so fragile and so afraid. It's almost like you are afraid to be loved by anyone. It's almost like an animal who will let you pet it, but I'm not going to sleep with you. Like I'll let you give me like some treats, but don't expect me to lay by your feet. Because I'm not that kind of dog. I'm not that kind of pet. Okay, we're just not going to have that kind of relationship. So I feel like for you, group 3, there's been some deep pain, probably trauma here, that has caused you to kind of like keep your emotional self in a very safe space. Your outside is extremely attractive and your inside is beautiful, but you have been so wounded and so hurt that on some level, you've made some kind of agreement with yourself that you're going to protect your heart at any cost, okay? And your tenderness and your vulnerability, that some sense behind this fire, makes you more seductive. It makes you more enticing because there are some people who sense behind this external, there's something more. the depth there, the possibility of really going deep with somebody, having someone who really knows them. Like, you are a very deep human being, and people pick up on that. I'm being guided to pull a couple more from the Dark Light Oracle deck. So tell me more about my group 3, what makes them so beautiful. Solitude, alone with myself. You may be somewhat of a hermit. You may not have a lot of friends. You are a lone wolf. You are not afraid to be alone. This is so powerful. This is so, so powerful. You are not afraid to stand on your own and do what you need to do. And the thing is that people sense that about you. And because of this, it's very hard for people to get over on you, because you're not afraid to walk your path alone, because you have. In many ways, like emotionally, you may be in relationships with people, but for many of you, between you and me, nobody else is here. We both know that emotionally, you may be somewhat attached, but you haven't gone all the way to emotional attachment. Okay. You don't have to tell anybody. It's okay. I know why you're doing it, and I understand that it's a process. And you may be deciding if you want to do that with that person, the person you're with. Do you really want to emotionally attach to them? You may still be wondering if it's safe. You may still be working that out, and that's okay. You have all the time in the world. Take as long as you need, okay? Because if if you have a person who's pressuring you to get emotionally attached to them, for you, that's a red flag. That's a warning sign. That's someone who's not willing to work with you. And I feel like getting to the heart of you, it takes time. Like, you just don't open up to everybody, because I feel like you've been hurt so much that you're just like, you know what? Anybody who really wants to know me, they're going to have to be willing to be patient, because you're patient. I feel like you don't expect people to just open up to you either. Like, you expect people to, it's almost like you expect people to be kind of like you, to be kind of like slow moving, to be slow to trust. And that's why when you give your loyalty, it is to the bone. Your loyalty is to the bone. You're very loyal. When you open up those gateways, you're extremely loyal, and people can count on you, because you've had to be loyal to yourself. That is where your ultimate loyalty lies, because it's had to be. Because you've had to pick yourself up from some very devastating situations. And your ability to survive and thrive in the midst of chaos and destruction. Some of you guys have survived unbelievable things, unbelievable levels of trauma. And it has made you kind of like this femme fatale energy. Okay, I felt this a little bit in some other groups, but really strong here, where you're just like, I will stand alone. I am a lone wolf. Like, I don't care. Like, I'm not going to let people take advantage of me anymore. My heart is fragile. And see, here's the difference between before and now. You are self-aware. You are aware that your heart is fragile. You're aware of what you've been through. And so you protect yourself as you would a child. Like, you have parented yourself. You're aware of your distance. You're aware of how you are. It's not that you're ignorant of it, but you're learning how to maneuver through that and allow people into your life. And it's beautiful. It's very healing. People are literally watching you heal. They're watching you heal. I feel like you've been left alone a lot. I feel like you probably have abandonment issues that you're working through, and people see that. They feel it. They see you working through it. And it's very inspiring. You're very inspiring to other people. Okay, we have ghosts from another world. Okay, some of you guys are very psychic. Being alone, having to do all this heavy lifting for yourself, you've had to learn to listen to your intuition. And some of you guys were born spirit mediums. Like, you just have always known or seen ghosts or spirits or had intuitions. It's different for different ones of you, or been very aware of your guides. But I feel like now you're really listening to that internal voice, to your guides, and allowing your ancestors or whatever this is to guide you forward, and being unafraid. There's a lot of fearlessness here. Fearlessness is not the absence of fear. It is going forward in the face of fear and knowing that, hey, it may not be quick and dirty. It may be long and lonely, but I'm going to do the damn thing. I'm going to do it because it's the only way for me to go, right? It's the only way to get to the happiness and fulfillment that I want so desperately for myself, because my fragile heart deserves it, right? You deserve happiness. People see this. They see this energy about you, of you being a fighter, of you being a warrior. There was another group that had this energy, but yours is different. Yours is very deep. This is someone who has been through a lot of struggles, and you still are very guarded about who you let in your life. You can be very hard to know. And there's reasons for that. It's not that you think you're better than anyone, and it's not that you don't trust people. It's that your heart is in a fragile state, and you respect the state you're in. You accept yourself as you are with all your fragile pieces. And people feel the power of that, and it is enticing. It is attractive because you're aware of your own fragility. You're aware of your own vulnerability, and you're aware that when you become vulnerable to someone or other people, it is powerful because people really vibe with you. They really get into the same energy with you, and it's very healing for other people. You have healing energy, group 3. We have quest, searching for my grail. Boom, there you are. You're on the quest to find your grail, your happiness, your fulfillment, that thing you want so badly, that healing. That's you. You're brave. You're a knight of the Holy Grail. Basically, you're searching for your own healing mechanisms, and you're working it. You're working your fire. The abandonment issues are a very real thing for you. Okay, and I know that the abandonment issues, the fear of being alone, being left, this may be one of the things that you're really working on right now, is healing that up. It's probably one of the hardest things to heal up because some of you guys have been left recently, like within the last year or two. You've been left in a very difficult situation, and that person may have known they were triggering you when they did it, which means it's even more painful, right? It's even more painful. And you have become recently more aware of that pain isn't really as healed as you'd like it to be, right? That's okay. Healing is a journey, and many times we heal for a while, and then we, dog ear that healing and come back to it because we can only work in the density for so long, and then we have to move on because it's just so difficult. And this may be one of those things. There may be ghosts of the past that linger around you, that you're working with to heal. And people see this. Like, it's almost like some of you guys are doing this in a way that people, either you're sharing your story with people, or your family is watching you, or you're online and sharing your story. Whatever this is, people pick up on this, and they're finding you more and more beautiful as you heal. They're finding you more and more intriguing, and they want to know about this other thing behind all this. What is behind this outer exterior? What is the motivator? What do you use to help get you to the next level of where you want to be? Okay, let's get a couple more cards here. We have celebrating the world's diversity. This is part of your strength, is understanding and acceptance of your own inner diversity, of how you are not like other people. I feel like you're very different. You think different. Your brain may be different. Your brain chemistry may be different. Your emotional state is definitely different. You may be the kind of person, because of issues you've had, where you don't feel emotions immediately. Like you have a delayed reaction to emotion. And so like this leaving, this abandonment issue, if you have it, if that resonates, it may be something that happened a while back, but you're just now really able to feel safe enough to go into it. So now you're just really feeling the emotion of it. And you've come to the point where you've accepted that about yourself. And it's okay that you don't feel the emotions immediately like everybody else does. It's just how you are. It's how you work. You may be an introvert. I feel there's a lot of introspective energy here. Like you are very, when it comes to like introspection, you are very fearless. you're also very ruthless with yourself when it comes to looking at your own toxicity. You need to be nicer to yourself, okay? I understand going in and looking at all of your own, like, issues, your own toxicity. I get that. That's a good thing to do. It keeps us humble. It keeps us real. We're all toxic to a degree. But I feel at times you get stuck there a little bit, which is normal. I mean, I think a lot of people do because it is ugly. And sometimes it's easier to deal with our ugliness than it is to deal with this pain of being left. Okay. And I feel like some of you guys may have this from childhood, and it seems like you just keep getting left over and over. And I feel like you just want to connect with people deeply, like a true love, or the person you're with, or just have real friends in your life. And this is like a huge obstacle to you. But people feel drawn to you because they feel the possibility of deep, intense connection with you. Behind all of this sexiness, the sensuality, this attraction, this glow up energy that I'm feeling, they feel this possibility of depth, of like spiritual connection, communion, like honest healing work, like someone who's like a soul family tribe, like someone who's like a soul group member. They feel that depth with you, and they long for that. And there are those who are willing to wait around for it as they watch you heal and watch you work through this process. Because you are so beautiful. And there are people who find you precious, is the word I'm getting. Like, they find your energy very precious. Like, they see your strength, they see your ability, and they know it's rare. They know that you are a rare creature, and you're worth getting to know, and you're worth waiting for. And I feel like you need to sit with that. You need to understand how powerful you are. You need to understand that people see your beauty, and people do think you're hot. Okay? You guys might be like, I'm not hot. Listen, I say this all the time, and I don't think people really take it in, but this is not about how you feel about yourself. This is why you're so beautiful. Okay? And this, yes, you are externally beautiful, but that's not the only thing beautiful about you. And beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Remember that. We all aren't made to look the same. Otherwise, what a boring world it would be, right? Yeah, that's what I think anyway. We love diversity. We love the array of diversity. It makes life interesting, illuminating, and just absolutely beautiful. So celebrate your diversity. Celebrate your differences. Your differences and your diversity is what makes you so beautiful, Group 3. Time of the Black Jaguar, destruction. See, I feel like you understand that there are some things that can't stay with you. That's part of your power, is you understand the destructive element of fire. See, we have fire here and we have smoke. Where there's smoke, there's fire, is what I'm hearing. And you understand that. You understand that part of the creative cycle is the destructive cycle. Okay? And you know there are things you have to work on. And you are so unafraid of like exposing the bones of yourself to yourself and laying waste the things within yourself that aren't working. Because you understand that like a true glow up, a true change in your environment starts within. So at first we got to start, how do they build a skyscraper? They build the bones of it. The metal scaffolding, skeleton goes up first. That's where we start. That's where the beauty of a beautiful skyscraper, beautiful building comes from. It has to have that foundation. And you are unafraid to go in there and say, hey, the foundation is rotten. We need to blow it up and start over. You're unafraid to say, the things and patterns I learned as a kid from trauma or this situation, those don't work for me anymore. So I have to do other things. There's a fearlessness in looking at yourself that way and putting yourself back together, laying a new foundation, taking the time to build your framework and working from there, and then looking at it and saying, is that going to work? Does that work for me? No, it doesn't. That doesn't work for me. Okay, take it down. Let's start again. You are unafraid to start over. You are unafraid to see your mistakes and start again. I feel like by doing this, you have built a level of compassion, and people feel this compassionate energy from you. It's part of the vulnerability. It's part of the stream of connection. Like, people understand that you've suffered too. You're connected by that suffering. They also feel that you have compassion for them. Even though your heart seems to be very protected, you are full of so much compassion because you've suffered so much that people can feel that frequency just coming off you. And it's part of this other thing that people see or feel behind this overwhelming sense of attraction to you, this sexual chemistry they have. It's beautiful. We have inner high priestess, divine service. Boom. All this inner work, all this, you may feel called to like do work with the collective, be a healer. You may be like an oracle or a tarot worker, or you may be called to be a counselor or to be an artist or to be a writer. There's something, or to start a business that helps people. But in some way, this walk, this journey you're taking, that people are watching you and are just so blown away by your beauty, by your strength, by your compassion. There seems to be like a higher calling here. You feel called. That's part of your motivation for this continual work on yourself, this continual ascension of different aspects of yourself, of being fearless in how you approach the work that is yourself, and I want to encourage you on your journey, but I also want you to know that you can slow down and take care of yourself. Okay, it's okay for you to take time to take care of yourself. I feel like some of you guys are pretty ruthless with yourself, and there's no one's holding a stopwatch. Okay, there's none of that going on. You're at your own pace as you will. Okay. People find you incredibly beautiful. And there are some people who find you very sexually attractive. But they also know beyond that is this high priestess energy, high priest energy. Okay, high person energy. All right? Okay, group 3, that's what I got for you. I hope this resonated. If it did, please leave me a message down below. I would love to hear from you guys. If you haven't subscribed, please do. I'd love to have you as a member of my tribe. And if you'd like to see more readings like this one, give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you beautiful, magical creatures next time. Bye, guys.